Hello, welcome back to another episode of Rookie Season. A very early start for us. I'm Andy, the rookie. Stephen Lloyd is here, as per.
Steve, the professional.
Yeah,
apparently.
exactly. Very early start. We've never done one this
No,
early.
we've not.
We're complaining people with real jobs are going to be up.
We can't say it's too early. I mean, the time right now is 10:20.
Yeah,
so it's not.
We did arrange for a 9 o'clock start. So, we've had some technical issues. But, let's talk hockey.
Let's go.
We've got to talk about Quinn Hughes.
Okay.
Obviously. So this is the kind of time of the season now, I'm guessing, where the trades start. I think I've asked you about trades before. Like you said, there isn't a certain window, is there?
No, it's just before the playoffs.
It's just basically when people sort of, you're at the point of the season now where people are noticing what they need.
Yeah. People will realise the massive gaping errors and which teams are shit and how they can kind of fix that problem.
Right. Good move for him, obviously, taking your bias out of it as a Canucks fan. And I think that's probably a good place for him.
It's a win-win for both teams.
Yeah.
It's mixed emotions. So last week I told you, or maybe even the week before, I'd be happy with Quinn leaving just because he's not going to re-sign. It's quite clear if we can get him somewhere else and get maybe some younger talent, because now they've acknowledged...
So you got some back in return?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
we've got Rossi, I think you pronounce it Bayum.
Right.
Who's the other guy? The Ogren. And we got a first round pick.
Right. So that's 3 players and a first round pick.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't go
so
that, really.
No, it is a win-win because Minnesota, they do look like they're going to be a good team.
They're the best of the rest.
Yeah, exactly.
So after the
anyone
Avalanche
that's not named the Avalanche and the Stars,
yeah,
Minnesota are probably the second best team.
There was talk of him going to New Jersey, wasn't there? That's where both his brothers play there. Yeah.
So here's the thing with it. So Minnesota, realistically, with the team that they have to either win a cup this season or next season for it not to be a bust.
Right.
He's not going to re-sign with, or I would largely imagine he's not going to re-sign with them. All that's ever kind of been said about it is he wants to play with his brothers, which I think anyone can understand.
Yeah.
I think we are going to be the real winners in it, but I know that's obviously like a salty perspective on it all. But no, I do have mixed emotions. I was happy for Quinn to go, but then as soon as I saw the post of him wearing a Minnesota jersey, it was first thing in the morning.
I haven't seen that
like,
post. Yeah, I've just seen the headline and that. So he's not played a game yet.
No, they played last night, but he wasn't. It was against the Senators.
Okay.
I think Minnesota won that. I think they did, but no, we didn't. It didn't.
Right. So how long has he signed for then? If you said
just until the end, so it's running for the length of the contract we had with him.
Oh, you
so
joking?
His contract
so he's literally
is gone.
just seeing out
until the end of next year.
The end of next year, right? I mean, if it works out for Minnesota, that's great. Obviously, that might be the missing piece just to put them in that upper echelon.
It should be, because you could take a look at their defense core and you could say that they're probably, maybe second, third best in the league defensively. Yeah. They've got got great goaltending.
Mm-hmm.
They've got players that can put the puck in the back of the net. They do look like an all-around team, but time will tell.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that for the Canucks, I don't think he was going to go anywhere at them this season anyway. It's pretty much a write-off. So I think it was the right time to do it. He's got a bit of time left on the contract where you can negotiate a good amount back in terms of trades or
it was either get nothing for him or get that kind of deal.
What's the point of hanging on now?
There's no point.
What, you maybe have an outside shot at a wild card if you're lucky. But
if I'm being serious, like our season could turn around. The likelihood is against it. But
if there's one thing I've learned from my short time watching hockey, it is that exactly that. Like form, it just doesn't seem to mean shit.
And it's going in. When I said to you about the St. Louis Blues, the year they won the cup, by the end of the year, so by New Year they were dead last in the NHL, and then they won the cup. Yeah. It's probably more like an isolated incident.
There is, but I mean, I don't know if this is unusual. If it's just this season or if it's usually like this, but I'm looking at the standings now, and so let's just take the Eastern the Atlantic, sorry, for example, Tampa Bay top with 39, Sabres bottom with 30. It's only a 9-point difference between top and bottom there, and it seems it's pretty. Other than
there's 5 wins between those.
Yeah, so it's the Central, isn't it, with the Avalanche and the Star? They're both in the same division. Other than that division, with them two, and the Wild, I suppose you could include in that, kind of running away with it. Most of the divisions, it's pretty tight. I mean, Calgary took a bit, falling away a bit in the Pacific, but yeah. So is it usually like this, or is it?
Yeah, especially at this point.
Yeah,
because a win, you're only getting 2 points anyway,
yeah.
as opposed to an OT loss, you get 1 point. So it is going to remain quite tight, but certain teams are going to start pulling away.
Yeah.
Avalanche already have.
Well, I think they already have. I think the Stars have as well. But because I'm comparing it to obviously the Premier League usually, especially this time of year, is the team who are going to win or be in contention, the 2 or 3, 3 max.
Quite early
really, most years it's 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Have already run away with it by now, or are looking like they're about to. But it could just go 8.
It's more patience with football as well, though, isn't it? Because, I mean, the max that you will play league games is, 2 in a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whereas, you're looking at maybe 4, could even 5 sometimes, in the NHL. So the games do come thick and fast.
Yeah, because I'm looking. Yeah, because it's. I mean, most teams have played 31, 32 now. From looking at this, I can't believe we're at that point already.
Yeah, we're almost halfway
through. Yeah. God, doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
That was going to be one of my questions. How are you sitting with the whole hockey venture right now?
As in, how do am I
enjoying it?
Yeah. Like I had peaks and troughs with it. There is some days where you're like, I'll just have a quick brief look at the scores, and I'm like, I can't be off sitting there watching highlights of a match, and I'll just have a brief check, see what the standings are looking at, and then there's other days where like, oh, that match sounds quite good. I'll be honest, I only really watch the matches we're going to talk about on the podcast. They're the only ones I'll watch all the way through. But I will watch highlights of other things like that. One you did send me the other day, actually, that I haven't watched, but I thought you might want to talk about, was the Canucks game, the Sabres.
Yeah.
This was another... Because this was a point I was going to make about the match we watched last night, which was... so it was the Mammoth and the Kraken, by the way, that won the vote. There was a decision in that, with the goalie interference in one of the goals.
Yeah.
And from where I could see, it was clear as day it wasn't.
Yeah.
I can't believe that had to go
outside of the crease.
That shouldn't have gone to a challenge. Like, surely, because they have officials behind the goal as well, don't they? So you've got a ref in the centre. So is the standard pretty poor this year? Because I think you said it was.
I think the standard is quite poor this year, and I also think that probably made the... it was the Kraken, wasn't it, who challenged it?
No, I think it was
the Mammoth. It was the
I think it was
goal.
The Mammoth's goal.
Yeah, so it was the Kraken that challenged it.
Oh no! The on ice decision was interference, and I think the Mammoth challenged that, and then they reevaluated and said,
right,
it was
okay.
interference. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously they were trying to get the goal.
I think. I think the standard's just been diabolical.
So what happened
season,
in this? What happened in that Canucks match?
I'm literally trying to remember
right
now because there's been that much.
It's just been trying that much shit has been raining on the Canucks.
So that was it. Who got hit? Basically, one of our players got hit, and it was with a high stick.
Yeah.
So as our player was going down, his stick came up and hit their player in the face.
Okay.
And then their player got sent to the box for a 4-minute minor.
Okay.
Everyone's clapping.
4-minute minor?
So it was a double minor.
Okay, yeah.
And then straight after they announced that our player, who was on the way down, whose stick came up, got a minor penalty as well. So it ended up being like a 2-minute minor penalty.
Okay, so
that
he
they
just cancelled
served.
one of them out.
Yeah,
right, okay.
And it was just, and I was just watching it, and I didn't even get hot. Like,
no,
I just laughed, and I was like, sure. Of course
I was gonna say,
at
this point, like, what's the point?
Yeah, there's no point.
I could just picture you sat there watching, like, why does it always rain on me?
They felt like the wedding singers. Somebody kill me, please.
Just please bear in mind, I was listening to a lot of The Cure when I wrote this song.
But yeah, it's bullshit, but it's laughable.
Yeah.
So hey,
Yeah.
just enjoy it while it's here.
Staying on that subject of high stick, because we are at a point now where I'm watching most matches and there's very few questions I still need to run by you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty certain with most of the rules by now. The high stick. Now, I thought this was just a case of, obviously, if you are near another player, your stick's high, you're putting them in danger of a slap to the fucking face or whatever. I saw a game the other day. I can't remember who it was. Someone belted the puck down the ice and one of the opposition just held his stick up to stop the puck. And he got called a high stick for that, despite not being around anyone else. So is it just a straight up no high stick rule?
Yeah, some don't get called because you do see a lot of plays where you think, well, hey, you could have blew the whistle on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially, if it's past the, I think your midsection.
Really? So that low, so not even above head height, right? Because they were umming and ahhing whether that should have been. I think it was about maybe shoulder height, something like that. And I thought, what's wrong with that? I thought I pretty much understood the
yeah.
the rules
It is. I can see why they do it because it is so dangerous, a stick going up into someone's.
It is, but he was like right in centre ice. He was nowhere near anyone else. So I suppose
I get it, but it's
you've got to have a consistent rule.
Exactly.
Do we need to rehash the whole goal line incident?
There you go.
It's got to be a set rule.
That I won, by the way,
which is fucking ridiculous. It wasn't over the line. So anyway, well, it's your point's correct then, isn't it, about the standing of refereeing? Although no, they actually got that one right in the end, didn't we? You got it wrong, viewers, by the way. Yeah. Well, let's move on. One more thing I saw. This was only today, actually. The NHL are bringing a street hockey program to the UK.
Really?
Have you seen it? Yeah.
No, I'm not seeing that.
So I'm not sure. I've not read too much into it. Apparently, it's like an initiative to try and get kids playing hockey. So they'll provide equipment, training, stuff like that. It's going to be affiliated with the local EIHL teams. I think there's 5 of them doing it from this season. Manchester isn't one of them, by the way, and then it'll be expanded next season. But I mean, that's quite good news. That is a proper NHL backed thing. That isn't like a British ice hockey thing. But I think they have done it around Europe before. But this is the first time it's going to be in the UK.
It'll be interesting to see how much money they actually do invest into it.
Yeah, I think it's good. They've got to do something, I think, in the UK because this scene, whatever you call it, is growing massive. Like we've only just got on TikTok this week, haven't we? Because we're like,
I've not used it.
Because I'm a fat dad. I was like, I'm a whole new world to me, and there's so many like British ice hockey content creators, and they're like not necessarily covering the NHL stuff, but for the actual British teams. And I was like, it's a whole new fucking world. And I thought there is a massive fan base out there. I think we judge it based on the Storm, which, to their credit, the arena they play in, it's not great. If they had an arena like, have you been to any of the other teams?
But if you went to like Sheffield, Cardiff,
Sheffield and Nottingham's, I'd love to do an away day there. I'd love to do.
Before I really even got into like UK ice hockey, I always thought Storm would be the pinnacle of British ice hockey.
I would have thought, because London don't have a team. So you're
naturally,
you're the big, most. I mean, it's like a very happening place, Manchester, isn't it? Because it's so expensive to live in London. A lot of people want to live here now. It's a popular place. It's a big city. You'd think, obviously, 2 giant football teams. This would be a good place to have a strong team. But maybe they suffer at the hands of having 2 big football teams. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe they think, well, no one's going to want to come watch ice hockey if they've gone and watched United or City that weekend.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because a lot of the sports fans, like, it's kind of only football, really, isn't it? Unless you maybe go to rugby in Manchester.
Yeah, rugby or like they'll have some other round like darts or something. Like there's a bit.
I can't get behind shit like that. It's not a sport. Like it's not a sport.
Game. It's a game.
I'll fucking argue with you all day on that.
I watched it the other day because I thought I'm just gonna try again, and like I imagine it's one of them where if you fucking canned up and you're actually at the place and it's pretty good to watch. I can't sit there and watch two men play darts.
Overweight fucking
Yeah,
men. Like,
yeah. It was,
like
it was
no athletic ability whatsoever.
Yeah. It was what's your man's name? Luke Littler and some Dutch guy. I can't remember his name, but yeah. I lasted one game and it's not for me.
I think I only know Littler and remember Phil the Power Taylor.
Phil the Power Taylor. What was that other guy called? He was proper far. I mean, even by dart standards. Andy Forden. If you look, I'll find a picture of him. He was massive. But like, do you know when he's that big? He's like his forearms were like the size of my legs.
But his precision was
yeah, he was good. He wasn't like, he was in Phil Taylor's kind of era. It was that era, but yeah. No, but my point was like, obviously, that's a sport game, whatever you want to call it. If something like that can grow to what it is, it's on Sky Sports now. Do you know what I mean? It's a national. Luke Littler is on the shortlist for Sports Personality of the Year.
Yeah, but I don't think
he's not going to win it.
Though.
He's not going to win it. But like a darts player to be up there, so I don't see why hockey can't be. Like, I suppose
it's just how much time we. The NHL.
Yeah,
we kind of need them.
I think the street hockey thing is a good idea.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
that's the biggest hurdle is equipment or just being able to play the sport. You can nip down to the fucking local pub now and play darts. Every pub has a dartboard near enough, or you can get one off Amazon for 20 quid, stick it up in your room or whatever. You can't just nip down not everyone has a local ice rink.
Yeah,
and if you do, I don't know what there's probably local beer leagues. You have to pay to hire it out. You've got to pay for skates, equipment. Like, it
is tough to get into because also, even if a kid does want to play hockey, there's also the financial side of it.
Exactly,
which is it's a huge commitment. I was quite fortunate in a way of that my parents actually found the money to put me into playing hockey because it was a sport that I actually gravitated toward. But
so did you know anyone else who played before you started, or so you just started because obviously you watched it and were into it?
I really wanted to go, and then it just kind of went from there. But I was quite fortunate in that sense.
No, I had a couple of friends who played. But I just never got the hang of the skating. I went skating a few times.
You can rollerblade.
No.
You can't
rollerblade. I can snowboard fine. I can skateboard fine, but I just can't.
Oh, you went through that phase, didn't you?
It's not a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle.
Did you and Josh, when you were kids, did you ever get one of those kits where it was like 2 nets, 2 sticks, and a ball? No, because I remember it vividly. I had loads of them.
Did actually have rollerblades, I'm pretty sure. I just never did. I don't know, I just didn't gravitate towards it. But yeah, that would have been cool.
I bet you were kind of like, well, Josh was rollerblading, you'd have been on roller skates, like Hal and Malcolm in the Middle.
Roller disco. Yeah. I went to one of them with my wife a couple of years ago, and she's pretty good at it. I just constantly falling on my arse.
Really? I wouldn't. No way. I
like having. I think with a skateboard or a snowboard, both feet are locked in. Like, you're in the same position. You're turning one way to the whereas 2 independent.
I think that's
You've
easier.
got to stay with an ice. I reckon. I mean, I think I've tried rollerblading probably 2 or 3 times when I was a kid and gave up. I reckon if I did it now, I could probably eventually get the hang of it. Like, it's a weird thing to start at 37, isn't it?
Around the parks.
With me wife holding my hands like that. Like, come on.
I was going to say I can't imagine why you can't skate, but then I have seen you drunk actually. And trying to you're standing like Neo from the Matrix dodging bullets.
My point was rollerblades. You don't. I think with a an ice skate, such a thin blade.
Yeah.
You divert from the perfect angle. You're slicing into the ice basically, and you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with a roller skate or a roller blade, you've probably got a bit more flexibility. And then eventually, when you get good at that, it
is a good starting point.
Transition.
Yeah, it's definitely a good starting point. Like, we even when I was in primary school, how they used to do those discos and stuff. And then, and they paid to have. I literally don't know what it was, but we ice skated in the sports hall.
What, they put ice
that
in?
we had? It mustn't have been ice.
Is this some
But everyone was
false
on
memory?
skates.
Do you
No,
know,
no,
like,
I swear down. But I can't tell you what it was that was down.
Right.
It must have been some ice, but I don't know how they did it.
Right.
It was like a tarp with something on it.
Yeah,
but you were in skates and you were skating.
like bladed skates.
Yeah, and we were going round.
Right. That's sick. Nice. No, we didn't do anything like that. We got we did get a few free Manchester Storm tickets when we were driving through school. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
And they must have just been doing some local,
you
know,
canvassing.
reach out. Yeah. But this was the first iteration of the Storm, so this would have been in the 90s.
We only ever got county tickets.
Yeah, we got county tickets. We got Stockport County tickets, and we got Manchester Giants tickets, basketball, and the Storm. So this was when they played at the arena.
Yeah.
That was sick. I wish I could go and watch it now through these eyes. But,
maybe one day. I mean, it's never going to be like one of the big arenas that we've got, but they do need their own arena, and I think that would take it to the next level.
Are they not planning to do that?
Are
they not building a new arena near the Trafford Centre around there? Was they not?
I've not seen anything else. You mentioned that.
I sent you an article.
Else,
this was ages ago, and then I've just kind of heard nothing since. But yeah, they need to. They need to anyway. Right, should we talk about this game?
We're on time constraints today, so let's get into the game.
Steve has a new puppy that he needs to get home and attend to.
I've not left him on his own, by the way. He's with my wife. So.
He's in the car. He's fine. He's not. Don't call the fucking RSPCA. Right, Kraken at the Mammoth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah. Mammoth 5, Kraken 3. Probably deserved winners.
Definitely, yeah.
Fast. I thought it was a fast match. Like,
you
it was
took
quick.
the words right out of my mouth. That was fucking electric.
Yeah.
Like, maybe my favourite game.
Possibly.
Maybe my favourite game that I've seen so far this season.
Because I watched it late last night, so I put it on about 11 o'clock, and I was kind of tired and dozing, and I thought, this just seemed really fast to me because I'm like half asleep or whatever.
I thought that.
And I was like, so I was like rewinding, like, fucking no, these are quick.
I thought that because I kept picking up my phone, and then now and then I was like, shit, I don't want to miss any of this. I ended up putting my phone on the other side of the room.
It was really good, really good. So Seattle scored first. We're at the point now where I probably don't need to go through every fucking aspect of the game because, like, if you want to watch it, you'll have seen it. If you support either of these,
we'd
teams.
have to hold your hand for it.
Yeah. So, talk to me about these teams though, because these are they the two newest?
Yeah, the two newest
teams,
expansion teams.
Yeah,
which I don't know whether that's a rivalry in itself for them. Because they sure played like it.
Yeah.
I don't. There was no.
The crowd, I thought, were really good.
Yeah.
There's like you could really hear them and like the momentum, and when there was a particular moment, I think it was the 5-on-3.
Yeah.
The Kraken had the 5.
They killed both penalties.
They killed both penalties, and obviously like every block, they were they were cheering every block. I mean, and then they cheered when their guys finally came back on the ice, and they conceded literally 5 seconds after that. It was so odd, but like
I think like listening to it, it was probably, and I mean I can't remember every single game, but the crowd was probably the most.
Yeah, it was that we've watched like historic rivalry games and stuff. So I might have to eat my words a bit about
it's crazy because
I kind of had a bit of a bee in my bonnet about them because they're a new team.
Yeah, you did.
There's nothing personal there. It's just what I thought. They're just going to be a new team. It'll be a load of like day trippers who'll probably be like, "Oh right, should we go and see? This is a new team in town." We'll just go. No, they were proper. Yeah, because
we said that about Utah forming their own identity in the hockey world.
Yeah,
for a second-year team, keep doing what you're doing. You know,
like I'm looking at the standings now. I don't think either are going to trouble winning the Stanley Cup or anytime soon. So, like, if you go in the league as a whole, I think the Mammoth are 22nd and the Kraken are 28th. But again, it's a tight league. So I think going for getting in on the third place in every division goes through, isn't it? Top 3 or a wild card. Definitely possible. I say, especially for the Mammoth, they look the stronger of the two.
Yeah, I mean, they just snapped a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Both teams are quite inconsistent. When we had Sean on a couple of weeks ago, he was saying he predicted Kraken to finish dead last, but then they were storming it, and now I think they've won they've lost like 7 of the last 8 games.
The Kraken have.
Yeah. So it's not there's no consistency with them, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah, both.
Like,
I think both teams are fun
I
to
would watch more games like that,
yeah.
even if they're not gonna make it, to like the very end of the season.
Yeah,
I'd watch them.
yeah. What do you think of the jerseys?
You're asking me
we
now.
always have to ask.
You're asking me now.
Jerseys.
I would give both of them an A.
Yeah, yeah.
You?
I think I'd agree. I think I'd prefer the Mammoth one slightly.
Yeah.
I think the badge, the logo is better. I love the little detail of the mountains on top of his head. It reminded me of the. Have you seen the old Utah Jazz shirt from I think it's from the 90s, the purple one with like the blue mountains?
Yeah,
on
I will have seen it.
It's a classic shirt. They might have done a reiteration of that since then, but that's just what it reminded me of.
The two best logos right now are the Mammoth and Wild, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know the colours on the Wild.
But take the logo though.
So with the bear with the I've not had a proper look at it.
It's got
my form
it's got
of
the
logos
North Star,
after the
which is what they're known for.
Yeah.
Just all of the trees, like the wilderness.
Yeah.
The setting sun. It's perfect.
It's good,
man.
yeah. The Kraken logo, it reminds me of, do you remember that S you used to draw in school?
Yeah.
It
was on all textbooks.
If you went to high school in Britain, you'll know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just this weird geometric S. I don't know what it meant, but I'll draw it on the desk. Go on. Yeah.
And textbooks as well, where you'd open it and there was a guy smiling, half his teeth were coloured in, he'd have tits.
Yeah. And then an S. Yeah. Standout guy, your boy Schmaltz.
I thought he was your boy.
Well, my boy. Why'd you think that? Because of his surname.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a Jew or not. He might be. So the commentator said he was playing out of not in his usual position. He was kind of given the centre ice position because of an injury.
I didn't pick up on that.
That's what they mentioned. So, for fucking hell, if he's made a case to be played there permanently, definitely.
Was it two he bagged?
2 assists, 1 goal. I believe I haven't made a note.
Of course he did. Yeah, because he set up the last 2. One of the empty netters. To not Golter. What was the? Come with a G.
Whose is it? Gwenter. Yeah. So that was power play. There wasn't on the power play, but these two are pretty weak with the power play from what I've seen. I think was it Seattle's penalty kill is dead last, and I think the Mammoths power play in general is about 29th or something like that. It was I think it was only Seattle went 4. Was it 4 power plays they had this game? And I don't think they didn't even score any off the power play. They scored pretty much just after one. Obviously, that was the one where they were on a 5-3. Yeah. So that's probably why they are down where they are. It'd be one of them where if you can improve that, that'll shoot you up probably 5 or 6 places on a consistent basis.
It's strange seeing a game like that because honestly, at 5-3 and both of them had the chances.
Yeah,
and then you find out where they actually are in the league.
Yeah, it does because I don't really check before. I'll check after. I'll watch a game and then I'll think, I wonder how they're doing now. I bet that the Mammoth are right up there or the whoever, and then they'll be like mid-table. And you think, well, I've watched some teams so far who are like right up there, and they've just looked fucking not shit, but they're not. Well, yeah, Montreal. Have Montreal lost? No, Montreal beat Toronto, didn't they? When we watched them.
Yeah, when we watched.
They lost to the Bruins. Well, the Bruins as well. They didn't look amazing. We've only watched them once, but from the bits I've seen, but they seem to be up there. It's a mad league, isn't it? Really,
it is crazy.
It's fun.
I don't want you to think it's like any team can win, any given day. There's a lot less predictability about NHL than there is Premiership
football.
Yeah.
No, I'd agree definitely. Yeah. Obviously you'll get the odd upset.
Yeah.
Now and again. I think that this year, obviously because Liverpool are in such bad form, a few of them results you wouldn't really call upsets. That's just a team in shit form. Unlike you're saying with like United the past few seasons, but again, like so. Like Arsenal lost to Villa last week, so that I'd call something like that. Even though Villa are a decent side, they're well up there. You're not going. You see that a lot more in the NHL. Like a team who are on a good run. Like
that's what kind of burnt me out a little bit though with the Premiership in general, because I think it's easy to think that like, oh, Villa are playing Arsenal. You don't bother watching it. You're like, Arsenal will win. And it's like, if you're already predicting, how many games have been played in the Premiership? About 13, 14?
We're coming up to Christmas, aren't we? So it's probably around that, I think. 15,
and then 16, if you're already saying, oh, Arsenal aren't going to drop hardly any games and they're going to win, fuck, why would you want to watch that?
Yeah. But I mean, obviously it does happen. But NHL, and the NHL is definitely a lot more. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say inconsistent. I think unpredictable is a better word for it. But
unless you're playing the Avalanche.
Yeah. Although I did mention it last week. Who broke their streak? It was I can't remember now. It was it might have been the Sharks. It was someone who was pretty just not expected.
It was the Sharks.
Yeah.
It was
Speaking of the Sharks, I did mention it before. Their fucking comeback last night. I mean, as good as this game was, I need to watch the highlights of that. But there was another thing I wanted to mention. I can't remember who it was now. I wish I could remember. It was I'm pretty sure it was a Mammoth player. Seattle were on the break down the ice, out wide on the wing, and he's skating backwards. Do you know what I'm going to say? He like kind of throws himself on the floor flat and slides backwards, face down on the ice to try and close a passing lane. That's such fucking clever play, and it forced him out wide. I can't remember if he ended up having to just pass it back or if he just had a shot from a really unfavourable angle and it kills the play.
Yeah,
that's
make yourself long.
It was just like.
Was that the first time you'd seen that?
That's the first time I've seen that. Yeah, like I've seen it like. Where a player maybe has had a bit of a collision and then he's kind of had to he's already on the deck. So he's like, I'm just going to make myself bigger.
Yeah.
But this was a conscious decision. Right, I'm skating backwards. Just make myself long.
Well, it definitely helps your goalie out because it's like low shots and they're not going to be able to just pass it across the crease.
You're passing it across,
well.
You're closing that lane, you're forcing them out wide where 99% of the time, the goalie's going to be able to deal with that. No problem.
The only thing that could be dangerous and is dangerous is it's very easy to catch a tripping penalty for things like that.
Yeah.
So if you do it when there's like a lot of players in the area and you go down low and you even clip someone, you're going to go to the box.
If you go down low and obviously they just skate into you, do you still would you get a tripping penalty for that?
Well,
or is it... Does the referee just use his own discretion and you can kind of tell?
I think the refs aren't very lenient when it comes to that. If you're putting yourself down, I think they would err on the side of the guy who's being tripped.
Okay.
In those instances. Yeah. I mean, it's not something that was like kind of done back in the day, and it's not necessarily a new thing either. It's probably been around for like 20 plus years, but. It is more like they wouldn't have done that back in like the 60s and 70s.
No.
I mean, because they barely even wore like face protection back then, so you're not gonna just be like lay down waiting for it.
It was similar to like what you've just said. Then it is similar to football. Like, have you seen when they line up for a free kick now? They lie a man flat behind the wall. You never used to see that.
No.
Like the first time I saw that was I don't know if this was the first time they did it. It was City versus Cardiff, like a few years ago, and De Bruyne had scored a free kick under the wall, so they jumped and he'd gone under and had scored, and then when he had another free kick later in the game, they just lay a fucking draft excluder behind the wall. Like, I don't know if that's when it started, but so they're like the game does move on. It's little quirks like that.
The game does move on.
Yeah. So. Marchment, 2 goals.
Yeah, for me, I know you were kind of going with Schmaltz. Even in a losing effort, I'd probably say Marchment was my player of the match. Yeah. I just thought every time he was on the puck, you kind of knew about it.
Looked dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. And whereas the offense wasn't really working with him.
Yeah.
For the Kraken.
Where do you rate his moustache? I've seen some good moustaches in the AHL. His is. It has a bit of a gap in the middle.
Well,
Forsberg. I think that's the
Yeah,
best one, so.
I mean, I have huge stash envy, to be honest, because mine's just like a little.
Well, you can grow on it.
Fluff.
It's just you're very blonde, so you can't.
It's kind of fucked because all this is ginger and then this is blonde.
I mean, I have black hair, but I still get ginger bits. It's just,
you could rock a pretty sick. I think I've seen you with just a tash before.
Yeah. Like just ages me a lot.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I have serious tash envy, so I can't cut another man down. So
No.
I'll give him an A+.
No, I just think he needs to not trim it so. I mean, it's there.
Well, he didn't have a Hitler tash. Like you were kind of like going in a little.
No. I'm saying he doesn't need to cut it short. I think let it come out a bit more. Just makes it look a bit more. But yeah,
I mean, he's on
great
the money.
Player.
He's in the money. He's got the money. Maybe you could just get that little bit filled in. You know?
I don't know if sometimes it's the way it falls or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, hockey.
But you've tore him down now.
Yeah.
Is there much else to say about the game?
Not massively. I think. Utah's goaltender, good game.
Yeah,
yeah. I won't say either had a bad game.
No, they made some great saves.
Obviously, the 2 goals conceded at the end were empty net shots.
Yeah.
I mean that seems to be the case in a lot of them.
Yeah. So realistically, if you were going to say 3-2 tight game.
Yeah, tight game. But not much to say. Like I said before. We're at the point now where I don't need to sit down and go, right, Seattle scored first, then I'm going to score that. Yeah. Go through every single fucking
The notes when we first started, I don't know about you, but oh my God, I was on a page and a half and we talked about maybe 2 parts of it.
At the start as well, because obviously this was a completely new sport to me. I just had a million questions. Why is he doing that? What's that for? What's the point of that? And now I'm at the point where I pretty much get it, other than the high sticking thing I mentioned before.
Do you want me to re-explain icing?
No, God, mate, no. Like, do you remember that? You proper got in your head about it. You're like, I don't think I explained that properly. And then you brought it up on the next pod and it made even less sense.
I think the second time, I think it was just you weren't picking up what I was putting down. I felt like throwing the fucking plant pot. I was like, how are you not understanding what I'm saying?
I thought I understood icing until that second.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I say this to my wife all the time. Like in my head, when I'm explaining something, I'm like, how the fuck is this person not understanding what I'm saying? But then when I listen back to it, and it's like.
Word salad.
I'm classic for that. It's like, you ask me what the time is, I'll tell you how to make a watch.
Yeah.
I'm a fucker for that.
Did you make that quote up?
No. I
was going to say, that's really good, that. Yeah.
I'll take that one.
What's that from?
But I found it, though, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Eric Bischoff used to.
Used
to say it a lot, but you were quoting Gretzky the other day, weren't you?
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
I was going to say Eric Bischoff, Stephen Lloyd.
It's funny because that quote will be more associated with Michael Scott.
Yeah, I know.
I've
got that on my Instagram. Pictures sometimes. It's just Michael Scott just sat behind the in front of the whiteboard, and it's just it's fucking hilarious. Man.
Yeah. So we'll put that game to bed then. Really enjoyable. I think I'll watch.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on the Mammoth. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm going down that route, but I think I was a bit disparaging.
But you did so you'd say that was your more favourable jersey.
Oh, jersey wise. There's a lot. I don't know where I'm at with the jersey wise so far. I really like the Bruins one. I know the black and I love the Maple Leafs one, but. It's up there. Probably, if you're at a push, I probably would say the Utah one.
Is the best, nicest.
Maybe, yeah.
I think it's the oh my God, I can't. What word am I trying to use? Because again, like the original 6 teams, Bruins, Toronto, classics, but everyone knows what they are.
Yeah.
If it was a Mammoth jersey,
it's a bit fresh. It's a bit new in the mind.
Yeah.
I still prefer. I don't want to go on about it, but their original Utah Hockey Club one, just with the Utah across.
But you could probably still pick that up, though. I mean,
you definitely could.
I think it's probably pretty.
Half the crowd had that on.
Yeah,
and I know it's on the shoulders. They have it there now. They have I think I'm pretty sure it's like the state of Utah and Utah across diagonally. So it's what used to be on the front before the Mammoth.
Both teams have sky blue. Do you think that could be something that you'd like, or would you be?
I'd say Mammoth for more sky. I think the Kraken are more. What do you call it? Teal, turquoisey kind of.
I thought it was like navy and sky blue,
aquamarine, whatever you call it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'm not going to make the decision who to spot and who has the best jersey, but it's going to play a big role.
Yeah, it's like, that's true.
We always seem to descend into jersey chat, and that reminds me, because I was about to say the worst probably badge in the league. I hate the Capitals. The Capitals one.
That's correct.
But you sent me that old one the other day,
eagle.
or you put it on the Instagram, didn't you?
Yeah.
So nice, like that eagle with the stars.
And it just has Capitals across it.
Why would you change that?
Ever,
why would you mess with that? Or if you want to mess with it, keep the theme there. Keep the eagle and you're the capital city. You want the US emblem, the eagle and that, not a fucking Washington Capitals. And look, we've changed the L to a hockey stick. well done, mate. Mind blown.
It takes a real man, though, to admit that he probably is going to be swayed by jersey. So I appreciate you saying that, because a lot of people bullshit around that kind of thing. Like, no, I'm just gonna the players and things like this. Yeah. It's like, no, if it like.
This is
OV all these, like, you ain't supporting the Capitals, like, from the fucking.
This is every Man United fan from down south, and probably every Liverpool fan the generation before. It's like, no, I just really like their style of play. In the 90s, I just really love that attacking football they played. It's got nothing to do with the fact they won fucking 9 Premier Leagues within 10 years or whatever it was.
I can't stand, like, delusional fans.
Just say they were the best team, and that's why you supported them. Yeah. Go Avalanche.
Go Avs, go.
Yes, anyway, what did we want to talk about? Oh, the kind of related. So not jerseys, but team names. So we had a little discussion last week, did we, on air, and we put it out to you guys. Who has the worst team name in the NHL? So a couple of replies I've got on. We thought the Predators, didn't we?
Yes.
We won't go into why again. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Goza on the Instagram page. Shout out Goza. He backed us up on the Predators.
Yeah, he said the Predators. Someone else. It was Kira on TikTok said it's got to be the Preds for the worst name, and they have a. I'm guessing it's like some kind of charity initiative. It's called Preds in the Community. Looks like a Daily Mail headline, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
Preds in the Community. Yeah.
Fucking hell. That's brutal.
Andy talks hockey. So Andy, he's just put New York Islanders. Name's just boring.
No, I like the Islanders.
It is. I get it because obviously they're on Long Island, but when you picture Islanders, you picture like Hawaii, a tropical island, don't you?
I don't, but maybe that's, because I'm a little bit more familiar with it. I always just loved it because it's, it's staying true to who they are, the Islanders.
Yeah, I think they want to convey that they are not.
They might not call themselves New Yorkers.
They're not the Manhattan team. Yeah. Terry Iceton put Utah. They put no effort into it. Mammoth, I don't know. I don't mind that.
I'm happy with that one.
Yeah. And finally, Evie put, I'm heavily biased, but as a Kings fan, but Edmonton Oilers and Anaheim Ducks are just unserious to me. So I don't think she's saying like the bad names. They just seem a bit silly. I get what she means with the Oilers. Obviously, I'm guessing there's big oil reserves up there. That's where it comes from. That's their economy, isn't it? I like that. The Ducks, obviously named after the film, isn't it? I get you rocking a Ducks hat today.
Yeah.
I get what she means, though. It's not exactly an animal that strikes fear into you, is it?
Well, I mean, they've got in basketball in the university, they've got the Oregon Ducks, right? Sorry, that's college football.
Okay.
No, it doesn't strike fear, but fuck it. It's like,
you don't have to, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, does a fucking...
Doesn't strike fear like Predators.
Yeah. Preds in the community.
Preds in the community.
I suppose, like, the fucking Maple Leafs. It's not exactly intimidating, is it? Or there's loads of... I mean, what's a brewing?
Yeah.
I don't know, what
is that a name for a bear? Is that a
type
bear?
They do have a bear in some of their stuff.
Man, there's like a storm outside.
The Manchester Storm.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah,
her comment was quite controversial, wasn't it?
The who Evie's with the Edmonton Oilers,
riled a guy
up. Yeah, that was Andy Talks Hockey who said, what did he say? He said the Islanders. So I don't know if I agree with either of them really, but thanks for
thanks for
chipping
letting us
in.
know.
Did you get a few replies on the Insta?
On Instagram, it was kind of I did actually. So obviously I've mentioned Gaza. He said Predators. We did have a fan, Naomi. I'm trying to remember what she said. The only thing I remember from one of the messages that she actually sent to the account was that she's been watching like a lot of Seattle games recently, and she's still yet to see them win.
Right, okay.
And I was kind of hoping that she was going to get that last night.
Yeah, well,
but,
the wait continues. Is she a Seattle fan? Is she, or just
I
something?
think she's a fan
just a general
of
hockey fan,
like Washington area,
like
Washington, Seattle. I think
I do see that.
I
remember when I asked a while ago what made you support that team. A lot of them would be like, "Oh, I supported the New York." The New York Giants, American football team. So I thought, well, I might as well stick with New York. That's why I support the Rangers or whatever. Yeah, so thank you for the replies. We'll, I'm sure we'll put something.
Yeah, we'll give you some more
matches for next week.
Matches for next week. So again, we'll put this down to a vote. Should we stick on Instagram or move it to TikTok for this one?
We might do on both. We'll let you know anyway.
Yeah, and we'll let you know what the general consensus is. So the two games for next week are going to be either the Colorado Avalanche versus the Winnipeg Jets, or we can go with the Anaheim Ducks versus the Dallas Stars.
Right, so both strong choice there. Two strongest teams.
The two strongest teams.
And we haven't seen either. We haven't watched any of these four before, have we?
So it'll be a fresh take. We do have a Stars fan, Ryan, who's on our who listens to the pod. So Ryan, if you're listening,
get the votes in, canvas fellow Star fans. Anyway, should we wrap it up there?
Yeah,
you better get back to your
mate.
puppy, aren't you? Right. Thank you very much for joining us. Like I said, vote for the match of the week next week. I've been Andy the Rookie.
I'm Steve the Pro.
Have a good week.
See ya.